Hello, everyone, and welcome to Drone Nation for July 25th, 2021. We call this the, welcome back show for Marcus. He was on summer vacation on the west coast of the U.S., and he kind of got out of the heat wave for a while, but we'll get to that in a second. Also joining us tonight is Ken Herron, who needs no introduction. I'm sure everybody in our chat already is a subscriber to the Ken's channel, but if you're not, I put a link in down below where you can go in and sub his channel up if you're not already a subscriber. And he's going to, kind of lay out, the details on the Minefield drone meetup in Brownsville, Tennessee on August 21st of this year. So we're going to kind of ask some basic questions. And if anybody in the chat has particular questions about the event, we'll try to read them off and ask Ken live on the air, because we want to get as much information out about this meetup as possible. And a quick reminder, the Rhode Island Drone Meetup is this Saturday, July 31st in Providence, Rhode Island. So, don't forget the meetup coming up this weekend. But before we get to Ken, Marcus, can you give us a little recap of your little trip to Long Beach, Washington?
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, this was drone heaven. I left and we went up the Columbia River, up Interstate 84, if you look on the map, and it follows the Columbia River. And the Columbia River Gorge is beautiful. We spent the night, our first night in Hood River, Oregon, and had a hotel right on the river. And so had some really good flying opportunities. Got to go out over the river. There's also a museum along the way where they built a replica of Stonehenge. So I get to fly the drone over that a little bit. I took both the Mini 2 and the Air 2S with me. And then, of course, at the beach, I did my best to emulate my friend Ron Brown, and I got some sunset videos with the Air 2S. And, of course, on the Pacific, as opposed to the Atlantic, where Ron is, I got to see that big red ball sink down and boil the ocean. So that was kind of fun. But I guess another point is the weather was phenomenal. So it came from 100+ degree weather here in Idaho. And of course, everybody's reading about how most of the West is boiling in the heat, and got over there to the southern Washington coast. Long Beach is just as the Columbia goes into the Pacific Ocean. Long Beach is just north of that, if you look at it on the map. And it was like 60 degrees the whole time we were there. Sunny, just beautiful weather. It was quite refreshing.
A nice reprieve from the heat wave in Boise.
Yeah.
Ken, have you ever had a chance to visit the West Coast and the Washington or Oregon coastline or anywhere out there?
I rode an Amtrak from New York to San Francisco when I was 16 and haven't been back.
Okay.
I want to go back.
Well, if you've been to San Francisco, and you're down by the pier and everything there, that's the same weather that you'll find in the coast, in Washington, Oregon, that same kind of cool, breezy weather. It's always cool there, even in the middle of the summer. What time of year did you go to San Francisco?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. Yes, sorry, Ken. Sorry to put you on the spot here.
It was a long time ago. I think it was warm.
Okay, good.
It was fun though. I got to walk on the Price is Right set. I stood in the middle of Gilligan's Island Lagoon. I went to CBS Studios.
Oh wow,
nice.
And then on the way back, the train, some drunk driver left a car on the tracks, and the train ran it over. These are the only memories I have of the trip. And I remember it happened at 2 a.m, and it was a horrible jolt. And then I went to the conductor and said, what happened? He said, oh, some drunk driver left their car on. Nobody was in the car. But I said, oh my goodness, is the train going to be okay? And the conductor said something I'll never forget. He said, son, that's like hitting a marshmallow with a sledgehammer.
Whoa.
That's all I remember about that trip. But California was warm, if I remember correctly. Probably a lot less smoky than it is these days, right?
Correct.
Boy, howdy. Yeah.
Right. Way before they invented climate change, probably.
Yeah.
But that's another subject that we won't do tonight, Ken.
I have no
No,
comment
no
on that.
politics on this show.
Yeah, please. Oh my goodness.
Well, okay, let's get right down to. Let's not waste any Ken's valuable time. Okay, you've got the Minefield Drone Meetup again, as we said, in Brownsville, Tennessee, in August 21st, and I believe you had this event last year also. Is that correct, Ken?
I did. I thought, wouldn't it be a great idea to have a social event at the height of COVID? And so I did, and about 40 people showed up. Well, this year there's going to be a few more. There's going to be a few more. So far, over 100 people have confirmed that they're coming, and that doesn't include their friends and family and people that will show up and dogs. And
God, that's great, though.
That's great.
Yeah, no, and there's we can accommodate them. It's just a meet. There's no speakers or special events. We're all just going to get together and chit chat and knock each other out of the sky with our RF signals. And
now that is the important question. This is a free meetup, right? There's no tickets or anything to buy.
Nope, you just walk up, you just go. It's free, which is why I think we're having so many people, because when you save money on tickets, then you can spend it on a hotel room or a tent
or gas or whatever.
Area there where people can camp and all that.
So Minefield, it's just like would you call it an art installation, Ken?
Guy named the artist name is Billy Tripp. It's actually a sculpture.
Yeah.
That he started in 1986 in an homage to his parents. And it's supposed to be in the shape of a boat. And you can see that from the street. It kind of looks like a boat. It's got a nautical theme, but he's been working on that by himself for the most part. All of the water tower you saw me climb, he put that together pretty much by himself.
Wow.
Lays foundations, all that stuff. And
now the folks, the tower Ken's referring to is, I linked the video down below. Ken made a video where he climbed to the top of this water tower. There was a lot of ladders in there too. And I got to give you credit, Ken. I wouldn't have did this. And then when he did that part, let alone get outside on the thing and fly the Mini 2 around.
I was more scared of my upper body strength giving out on the climb up than I was rolling off the top, because I had my feet hooked onto the ladder in a death grip.
Oh, I couldn't tell what you were holding on to up there. Okay, it was a ladder up there.
Yeah, there was a ladder that went up to that hole. If you haven't seen the video, you should watch it. But when I was editing the video, I see what you mean now. Like when you're up there, you don't see. It looks like maybe you could get out and walk behind you, but no, it's just. And when I saw the drone footage of myself sitting up there, I had to ask myself, what am I doing? And I had to call my mom and tell her, I lived. It's okay. But
and you put that in the video too, that you called your mom afterwards.
Yeah, you always have to do that. I learned that early on. Whenever I have a death-defying adventure, I let her know afterwards that I lived, and it's all right.
I mean, it is an incredible video. I mean, you make a lot of great videos, but this one really caught my eye. So, kudos to that video.
Ron, Ken clearly likes high places. I really thought you were going to climb the ladder in the grain elevator. When you walked up to that ladder, I thought, holy cow.
Well, if we weren't able to get it with the Phantom, I wouldn't have left without it. I would have stayed there all night. I would have rented a bee suit. The problem, I would have probably gone up there. I've always wanted to. People in Nashville, please don't do this. The people that have the mural on the side of it, they're always, whenever they see one of my videos, it seems to always encourage climbing. Please don't do that. It's very dangerous. And we don't want them to fence the place off, because then we can't fly it. You know what I mean? But I would have totally gone up there. But there was a lot of wasps, and there's that little cement corridor with the ladder in it, and it was just filled with wasps.
Oh, sure.
So if I'm swatting wasps, I can't hold ladders.
Yeah.
But I would have rented a bee suit or done something. I would have climbed. I wouldn't have. No drone left behind, as we say.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man. And back to the event a little bit. Now, I kind of got the impression, watching the stuff from last year, that was an FPV meetup. But I went to your, either website or Facebook page, and I see that's not particularly an FPV event. It's for camera drone guys also.
Oh, it's for everybody. Hell, we had people flying fixed wing out there last year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, just bring it all. You know, and the whole. It's basically a whole city block. Even the motel right there. If you see in the video, they don't care if you fly, land on the roof. They don't care. They're good.
That's great.
There's a restaurant there. There's a car wash that is also part of the compound, and so it's all open.
Sounds like my kind of town, Ken.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't rain. Hopefully it won't rain.
Yeah, never rains at a drone event, Ken.
The power of positivity, but
yes,
more than likely it'll be hot. So
right,
I am putting some calls into local ice cream men to stop by
in like little trucks and so on. Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
When they sell out, I don't care how old you are. You see the ice cream man, you're gonna want a pop or whatever.
A drumstick.
Yeah.
What's that?
A drumstick, a fudge stick,
all that. Yeah. So and we'll have I got a guy bringing karaoke set up.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Do you sing, Ken?
Do I? No, I never.
Just you watch his channel, Ron?
I stopped doing it during the live stream because I actually could see on the viewer count. See ya, bye. I'm out. Yeah. So
hey, serious question. Are there many like hotels, motels within close proximity for people that would like to say stay overnight or stay a couple days there?
The ones closest to the Minefield are sold out, which is another terrifying thing, which means there's going to be some people there. But the further you go out, there's places you find like a La Quinta or something close by.
Okay, good.
But it's going to be fun. You guys coming?
I wish I could. I'd love to. That's the short answer, but no.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm thinking about it, Ken. We're trying to make some arrangements here, but hopefully I'll be there.
Oh wow, that'd be great. That would be great. Yeah. What drones would you bring?
Well, I'm I haven't graduated. I'm not FPV man yet, but so I would be bringing your typical DJI Airs and minis, and I'm a big Autel EVO 2 fan now. Maybe I bring the Autel along.
Those are good. Autel loaned me one for a month about 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And asked for it back. Thanks, Autel. They're supposed to send me the smart controller.
Good.
I haven't done that yet. But anyway.
You made an excellent video with the Autel EVO 2 where you couldn't get it back and you kind of landed in the field and it landed safely.
Yeah, I was heading right for a line of trees when I lost the video, and I was that's why we went out there and we were looking up in the trees for it. And that's the only time I thought, a good thing it's orange. But I did not expect it to be out in the middle of an open field because watching back the video, the battery had died to where it didn't give me telemetry, but it saved enough emergency battery. I think it does that where it has enough juice to it hovered for 3 minutes looking for a spot. It was in these broken stalks of corn that have been
harvested.
That's the word. And there was little 5-inch stalks of branches sticking up, and it was nope, not here. Nope, not here. Over there. Okay. And after 3 minutes, it just gave up the ghost and said, "Out of hell with it, right here.
I'm going down."
Yeah, but it was fine. It was fine.
So I mean that they just loaned it to you. In other words, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Anyway, and I know they had their chip issue with the smart controller now, where they're going to have a Gen 2 version of the smart controller and all that.
Yeah, there was a chip crisis for a while. I had a camera. I forget the name of the people's. Anyway, they sent me this action cam, and it had all kinds of problems. They said, "Don't use it. Don't give it away. Don't don't talk about it. Just throw it out. Okay.
Wow.
I didn't do it. It's still back there. But they sent me another one because the chip in it was bad or something.
Hey, Ken, sorry I kind of blocked you there for a second, but our good friend Michael Wright, TXR's drone guy from Texas, he's driving to Minefield. So you got one person. I'll get rid of him quick, Ken. But Mike's coming. And Mike says he's 75 miles. I'm 75 miles closer than he is.
We had some people driving from a very far away, and I really appreciate that. That's so great to get everybody, and I'm sure I'll be able to meet some people I haven't met yet. And oh, what a great time! The day before I turn the double nickels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to be the speed limit.
That's add 10 years, and I'm there. I am.
I was going to say, double knuckle. That was the good old days.
How old are you, man? You're not 65. Get out of here.
65. Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Sir, yes, sir. Yeah. I'm on Social Security. Medicare. I'm on Medicare, Ken.
Turn your head like this.
Yeah.
You got dark hair back there, man.
I do.
What the hell? I'm freaking Anderson Cooper over here. This started happening at 30.
Yeah.
How old are you, Ron?
I'll be 62 in October.
You son of a bitch with your dark hair, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look, Bob Casey put up the link to Minefield. Bob Casey's probably going to be there.
Okay, great.
Bob Casey comes to all the drone meetups. You may have met Bob at Spin Up in 2019. Bob was there.
People, and I'm looking.
I know you meet too many people. I'm the same way. I'm nothing compared to you, and I can't remember all the people I meet a lot of times. But I met Bob again at the Florida Drone Meetup, so now I've got the face down.
Well, no, I didn't want to bring this up, but
go ahead, Ken. Do it.
Once my car is fixed, I'll be going to a lot more meetups, and that's all I'll say about that. I have a car now. It's a little clown car called a Fiat 500, but it belongs to my radio station, so I don't want to take advantage of it. It already has 213,000 miles on it.
Holy cow. It's a Fiat Cinquento. You got to say it in Italian. Cinquento.
And don't bash the Fiat 500. It's one of the Fiat. That's one of the iconic cars of all time. Look at any old Italian movie from the 50s and 60s, and they're all driving the little Fiat 500.
Yeah. I think this is the Fiat 499, to be honest. Yeah. But I encourage everybody to go to minefieldmeet.com and register. Doesn't cost you any money. It just lets me know how many people are coming, and it also lets me know that you have read the disclaimer, the waiver. It says basically, I won't climb the sculpture, because it does.
Only Ken's allowed to do that.
Yeah, we won't have tetanus shots on site.
Yeah, there's no ambulance on site. Yeah.
Hey, listen, if anybody wants the clickable link, I'm pretty sure Bob Casey put the link Ken just said in the chat, so you can click directly on Bob's chat to get to that site.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Bob's a great guy. Bob's a good man in the community, and if you don't meet him there, I'll introduce you to him at Spin Up 2021.
I just checked. It would be an 1,868 mile trip for me.
Oh, that ain't no thing. It's like
That's nothing.
I got a new Corvette.
Yeah, you're 65.
Yeah.
Get there half the time.
Hey, yeah. Brad Austin, who's coming to Minefield, Brad's confirmed he put the link to the meetup in the chat too. So there's another clickable link for you folks that want to find out more about Minefield.
Hey, Ken, you just made me think about something talking about that Fiat. Now, you famously own a ZX-10. So have you been riding the bike much this summer?
A lot.
Yeah.
Too much, too fast. Yeah, I've been riding that thing. Yeah.
Good.
I don't. And my mom says I should sell it. My poor mother. It's tried to kill me a couple times, but I just can't get rid of it. Yeah. Do you have a motorcycle too?
A few. I've got an FJR 1300 sport touring Yamaha sport touring bike. So inline 4, bags and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, so you have your bike has like a windscreen and air conditioning and reverse and cup holders and all that.
Cruise control, adjustable windscreen, electric adjustable windscreen, the good stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Air ride suspension. Yeah.
Wow, pretty close. It rides pretty good. Yeah, pretty decent. Yeah.
Mine doesn't even have a gas gauge.
Well,
Or like, and I had to install it. I mean, I don't know, turn this into motorcycle chat, but it's
This week in motorcycles, folks.
it's an 05 and it's a freaking track bike. It's a race.
yeah, it's a sport bike.
Yeah. So it's like kind of no frills. The only frills it'll give you is where'd those state cops go? Oh, they're that little dot back there.
So my FJR is considered a sport touring bike, which is a way more relaxed type version. But the last time I got on a pure sport bike, I pulled a muscle, Ken. I mean, I don't fold like that anymore.
Sometimes, and that's the thing. Once I can't ride it, I won't ride any other bike. I can't bring myself. I'll never have. And forgive me, everybody. I'll never have a chrome couch. I just won't.
Listen up. I understand. I totally get it.
It's just not for me. So once I'm not able to, I do get cramps sometimes, and I do that Superman thing. Sometimes you see the 20-year-olds on those bikes do, where they put the legs out the back. I do that just to relieve my cramp, and I'll stand up on the foot pegs too when my ass gets sweaty.
Yeah,
I'll stand up there. Do you do that? People think I'm about to pop a wheel. Oh, there's this crazy MF about to pop a wheelie.
Stand it up.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there airing out my ass. That's all I'm doing. I'm not about to do a trick, folks. I think people, and I'm wearing the helmet. They can't see the gray hair. Yeah. So I'm in a light. I look all badass in my matching green this, green that. And I look over. There's some knucklehead in the car going. I'm like,
no.
I never have done a wheelie. I did one by accident a couple times. But no. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, on that ZX10, I'm sure wheelie's an accident. I mean, geez, you just give it a little throttle and boom. But
it is a scary bike, and I had it it's an 05, and in 06 I had, believe it or not, the Corona racing team out of Birmingham, Alabama tune it, and it's the fastest bike. It's the fastest. They're barring a few Hayabusas. It's the fastest bike in this part of Tennessee. Anyway,
well, you're talking my language. I love it.
Okay.
we're boring Ron, but I'm having a good time.
No. I mean, I haven't been on a motorcycle since I was in college, but it's still pretty exciting.
Have you driven one or?
Not since I was in college.
Okay, all right.
Okay. And I grew up in the country, so in Pennsylvania, we all had the dirt bikes and rode them back in the fields as a teenager.
Yeah, I can't do dirt bikes because of my back. But
right. Well, I'm doing it when I was 16, 17 years old. So
back when you were made out of rubber.
Back when you could do anything and be fine.
Right, when you're invincible and made out of rubber.
Right.
Hey,
drone chat.
I have another question for you, Ken, because this is something that interests me. I'm just right on the fence for that DJI FPV drone, and I know you have some pretty strong feelings about it because I've watched a few of your videos. You would rather somebody start with traditional FPV than the DJI drone, correct?
If your goal is to fly acro and be a true FPV person, if that's your goal, then you should probably start with an actual FPV quad, like something you can keep wrecking over and over again, which is mostly all carbon fiber quads. I mean, you want to get a bin of propellers, but if you just want to get cinematic and fly a little bit of faux acro, ACFO, DJI's flavor of acro is enough. If that's what you want to do. But if you want to truly get into FPV and build yourself and wreck and build and wreck and build and wreck and burn and build and spend lots of money on frames and then I'm just going to buy 1 or 2, and then you have 10. Then you can go FPV route. I'm just saying, that initial video that I did where I said it was a piece of bleep, compared to carbon fiber purpose-built FPV quads, it's just fragile, so fragile.
Yeah.
So it's not something you want to learn on. That it should not be your first drone.
So for a camera drone guy, and I just wanted like a camera drone on steroids.
Yeah, if you want to get some speed going,
right.
If you want a drone that's faster, but yeah, it's just a 2-axis gimbal.
Right.
So keep that in mind. And there's you have to do some settings to get the props out of the picture, that kind of thing.
Right.
But if you're just flying it for fun, yeah, I mean, it's an expensive way to learn FPV, but some people are doing it.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm telling you, the drone peer pressure. I mean, I have friends that are just saying, you have to buy this, So yeah.
Well, get some sort. Before you do any of that, go into a simulator. Use like Velocidrone or something like that, and see if you can handle the physics of it. Because man, I was so frustrated when I first started, and I got one of these little whoops, and I was like, I got this. I've been flying drones for 5-6 years. I got this. Ain't no problem. But once it clicks in your head, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. When I was at Rotor Riot's, what was it? Anyway, they had an event.
Yeah.
The Rotor Riot did, and I was out there just like met all these people that helped me along the way, and I was like, oh, thank you for getting a FPV in my life. If you're a drone guy and you are flying for the pleasure of flying, then FPV is, I mean, there's no substitute. It's like flying like a bird. You can go anywhere, do anything. It's amazing.
Next question. Will it ruin camera drones for me then?
No. Okay. And I was worried about that as well, because it's such a different thing. Now, if you put a like a Hero 9 on a FPV quad, you can kind of get similar shots once you get good enough to, one of the hardest things to do with an FPV quad is to hover it in space in a single spot without it getting all warbly on you. That, for me anyway, anybody can send it up 200 feet and do flip-de-doos all day. But then you start bringing it down, you start doing proximity flying, you start going through fences, around close through things and everything. So rewarding. So rewarding. I cannot stress this enough. If you're on the fence, jump the fence. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Right now, I got 2 of my quads are down. Right, I have 1, I have 3, then I have 4, 5. I probably have 7 of them. But the 2 main ones that I had are both down, both broken arms, and so waiting for parts on those. And
happened.
Yeah, but like having the batteries charged and ready and the quads ready to go on standby, I feel like Superman who has a tear in his cape right now until I get them repaired. You really do feel like you have a superpower. You know how? All right, let me explain it to you this way, and I'll stop waxing poetic about this. But when you're driving around and you got your drone in the car, your camera drone.
Yep.
You see a tower, you see a building, a dam, something pretty. You're like, man, I could fly that. I could get some aerials of that. It would look great, right? When you have FPV skills and you can fly acro in your back pocket, you look at the world totally different. Not only do you have all the beautiful things that you can fly, but then you're looking at abandoned buildings. You're looking at broken down signs that don't have the plastic in the middle. You're looking for targets to fly through. You'll never look at a drift race again. You're like, man, I bet I could follow those guys. That's what I said. And then somebody invited me out to a drift race, and I did it for the first time, and I could do it. So rewarding.
That was a great video. Too. Yeah, I saw.
Oh my gosh, so rewarding. Yes, Salmon Rose FPV says you see gaps everywhere. It's totally true. Anyway, I'm done. All right.
So then the soldering part of it. I mean, how tough is that?
The what?
What the building and soldering and all that.
I mean, you got your various components. You got your flight controller, and there's really just they're all basically the same, and they all come with wiring diagrams. The big thing for me, and it still is, and I call it the speed bump to fun, is a beta flight. That's where Joshua Barwell comes in. He is an unusual, like these virtuosos that can just, these 5-year-old kids that can just pick up the violin and ring, right? Barwell's a beta flight savant. And me, I'm like, all right, I built the quad, got this done, that's ready, battery charged, good to go. All right, beta flight, but you don't have to get deep into it like Barwell does. You can just get it to where you like it, get your rates set up, and then go fly. You don't have to do all the dip-de-doos. A few dip-de-doos, but not all of them.
But not all of them. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Our friend John Coopy's challenge. I can't find him here. Yeah.
Beta flight's part of the fun, right?
Yeah,
John?
yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm good friends with Coop. He's been.
He's our FPV expert.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a fan of math. I'm not a math guy. I'm more of I was an English major in college, so my brain doesn't work in that analytical way. It's more of a creative brain. So I look at beta flight like math class. Yeah.
Well, and it's also, it's a means to an end. In other words, you have to get through it before you can graduate, right? So you do it for that.
Well, I mean, you have to make sure your motors are spinning the right way. John, quick question for you, John Cuppy out there. Can you redirect motor direction in beta flight now? Is that an update, or do you still have to do it in BL Heli? That's an FPV.
You know what I think we ought to do? I think I need to send him. Forward this link to him. See if we can get him in here. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get John in.
Yeah.
We're going to talk FPV. We might as well get the master in here.
Well, anyway, it's super fun, and if you're on the fence, don't be dissuaded. But if you don't think you can build them, you don't have to build them. They will sell them to you already built.
So ready to fly, right? But you still then have to do, or bind and fly. But then you still have to do the beta flight adjustments.
No, you can have them. Well, I mean, you can have them already tuned.
Okay.
Which I mean is like day and night compared to like. Have you ever driven a tuned sports car?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so your Corvette is tuned. You'd had it tuned. You had it dynoed.
Well, no. That's the new one. Is I got a C8 now, so it's all factory stock.
So, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Listen to your pal Ken. Okay.
Okay.
It might cost $1,200 to have it put up on a dyno and tuned. It'll be a different car. Trust me, from a car guy.
Right.
Take it there. Worth it. Whatever you're gonna do. New paint. Save the money. Get it tuned.
Yeah.
Suspension. First thing you should do is tune it. Absolutely. Oh my God. I can't believe I lived so long before I drove a tuned sports car. Day and night.
Yeah.
Holy hell. It doesn't matter what you're driving. If you're driving a freaking what are those little cars that everybody has? Is it freaking, what are those ones? Is it, what are those damn
Fiat?
No, not the
I don't know.
No, there's Kias or whatever. Any car you have it tuned. There's a tune map for any car.
A dyno tune, yeah.
But especially a Corvette. You'll
Especially
be like, oh my God, thank you, Ken.
But we got back to cars again. Hey, Well, as far as FPV drones, the 2 FPV drones you had with us at the Boardwalk meetup last year at Ocean City, were they built or did you buy them that way?
I had the one with the green propellers that was built, and then the other one was the Super G, I think. Yeah. Now I bought a Skyliner from Rotor Riot, all pre-built and tuned and ready to go. That was a little over $500 just for the quad. Worth it. But yeah. Did I answer your question?
It does.
Yeah.
Remember when it landed in the sand?
Yeah, and everybody's worried about it, but you got the sand out of it and flew fine the rest of the day, right?
And how did I get the sand out of it? I just started the motors.
Right. And people thought that was a bad idea, but it worked.
Yeah, you know what? You can run an FPV. You can run your Phantom motors underwater. Did you know that they'll run underwater?
No.
Yeah. The only reason you can't fly a drone in the rain is because of the rest of the components, the ESCs and everything.
Okay.
But the motors would be fine. That's interesting.
Wow. Yep. That is.
Yep.
Hey, I got another question here. What is Kelly Green really like?
Oh, he's really like, you see him. He's pretty transparent. He's super nice guy.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
What do you think? He's an asshole. What do you think?
That was just something to say. No, I'm Facebook friends with Kelly. He just seems like a great guy. Yeah.
Oh, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He's a diehard family man. You know, he'll blow off TNL if his daughter's having a recital. He'll blow off TNL if he's got a tennis match. But he's a good guy. Other than that, he's a good guy.
But you did a radio show with him for years, right? I mean, that's your relationship.
Yeah, we started doing radio in 1993.
Yeah. Wow. That's great.
And then there was a little bit of a hiatus, and then we started doing it again. So we've done radio probably 10 or 11 years together.
Wow.
Well, that's
Wow.
That's friendship.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Somebody said Patrick Sutton, Kelly likes tennis.
Yeah, and I thought he was joking. He's like, Ken, I joined another tennis league. What are you doing, man?
Well, maybe he's good.
Doesn't he know that he has obligations?
I know, right? He enjoys tennis.
Well, maybe you could wire him up. He could kind of play tennis and talk at the same time, get him rigged up.
Look. Can we get real for a second?
Yeah, let's get real. Nobody's watching.
All right. You guys know. Once you get to a certain age, you're like, oh, I better do these things before I can't do them anymore, right?
I've already passed that.
I better start running or climbing trees or playing tennis or join a bowling league or ride my motorcycle too fast or whatever. You know,
race your Corvette.
I mean, he's always liked tennis, but I think he sees 60 around the corner. He's like, oh, can I still do it at 60? That's just my guess. But you know, the younger people in the audience, they'll be like, well, I'll be able to do this forever. What are you talking about, Ken? No, you won't.
That's a fact. That is so true. And by the way,
hey, listen, we got a question from one of our favorite people, Captain Ray Kelly, the architect of the Great Florida Drone Meetup. He says, ask Ken, what is his most memorable drone experience?
Ooh.
And I'll let you think about it for a second if you want Marcus to say something while you're thinking it over, or have you come up with something on the spot?
Oh, I got it. There's two moments. The most recent was when I dove the Bank of America Tower in Atlanta for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Having been chased out of there by security. I did it from across the street, and I was... You know when you were I don't know what I can liken it to, but you know when you're so excited that like your adrenaline's going that you're shaking a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous, but I was just amped.
You had adrenaline rush.
Yeah, yeah. And I did that a couple times, and my hands were like this, like just that's the kind of thrill that FPV can give you. Now, the other time was years ago. I forget what year, but I was invited aboard the LST 325, the landing ship tank, which is a museum ship, and it's the last of its kind. I was invited to stay over there for 2 days, filming them, doing a little mini documentary for them. And I had complete access to the ship. I slept on it overnight, and I met all the guys, all the crew, who some of whom were the original crew. And the LST 325, just to tell you very quickly, wasn't in American possession. It was part of the Greek Navy.
Oh.
Now, they made like 1,100 of these things that delivered our equipment for World War II. And out of all of them, I think some of them are coral reefs, some of them are parts, some of them are maybe part of your car now, been recycled. But this one was part of the Greek Navy, and it was just sitting there. And a bunch of these guys who are like 80, 90-year-old World War II veterans went over, drove it back by themselves, these old dudes, and then refurbished it. And and the drive cog, the main drive cog for their engine was missing like 30 teeth. They made that trip with the broken. It's an amazing story, and hats off to truly the greatest generation.
Right.
And
definitely.
I have nothing but respect for the people that kept us from speaking German and Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from fascism. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
That was a true honor. And the moment for me that was the best drone moment was when I arranged with the ship's captain to film the ship while it was still going down the Ohio River, so that I could get a shot of it while it was sailing.
Underway.
Yeah, it's in port most of the time. It's very rare to see this thing moving. Well, I had a buddy with a ham radio that had the frequency of the ship, and I was in direct contact with the captain. I'm like, all right, we're on the shore now. We see it coming out of the bridge. And it was the best. I was flying my Phantom around the whole thing. I wish I had my Inspire 2. Hopefully they'll let me do it again. But
how long ago was this, Ken?
I think it was 2015.
Okay.
2015. And
the early days of like the camera drones.
Might have been 26. Whenever the Phantom 4, it was right when the Phantom 3.
I think 2016 was maybe that was the first Phantom 4 standard.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then a really great part, and I have I got a call from an artist who wanted to use a still from that video to paint the ship. And I have a print which is like 5 feet by 3 feet hanging on that wall over there. I don't know if you can even see it.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. So I'm
awesome.
so proud to be a part of that.
Such a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Well,
One of the things
that should answer the definitely the questions. Hey, we got a real quick one from JS Enterprise. That's Leonard. He's part of the the New York Drone Flyers. What's that association called? Those guys. You and Herman and them. Anyhow, Leonard says he's asking Ken, is the South Jersey December an annual meetup for Ken Heron? I'll let Ken answer that.
Oh yeah, the day after Christmas. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there if I have to drive the stupid clown car Fiat.
I've attended. I missed the first one, but I've been at the last two.
Hopefully by then I'll have my car back. I'm hoping to get it back in a couple days. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Now, is it difficult to get a rotor engine Mazda repaired? Do you have to find the right shop and the right technician?
You know what? That is a great question. I'll go down that road if you want.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you have that much time?
Well, I'll try to keep it short. It's a Mazda vehicle. My car is less than 10 years old. And I called a Mazda dealer and I said, let me talk to service. Okay. Hello, service. Are you the service guy? Yes. Do you have a rotary tech? What's that?
Oh, geez.
Oh, you knew you were in trouble right then.
Rotary engine. Oh, yeah. We'll work on the car, but they won't work on the motor. I think this is policy with all Mazda dealers. I hope not. But if you wanted to get your Mazda product, your Mazda rotary, like say you blow a Apex seal, which is what everybody knows about those things.
Right.
Don't bring it to the dealership because most of them won't work on that. There are specialty shops all over the world that are actually better at repairing these things than the dealership. Wow. And there's ones that are better than where I have my car right now. But there's one in Chicago. If you're interested, they're called Elite.
That sounds impressive.
If you have a rotary, go to Elite in Chicago. That's where my car will be going.
Tom, Ken Herron sent you for a 10% off coupon.
No, I don't have any. No, I can't help you there. But anyway, so.
Well, those rotary engines are interesting in that some of the hot rodders, they make big horsepower, and you can keep stacking rotors on top of rotors on top of rotors. And some of those those guys, they build like 4-rotor.
Yeah, the only reason I don't have my car is because there is something with the Series 2 RX-8s that this place haven't been able to figure out so far. It's something with the oil management system. My motor is fine. I had a rebuilt motor. I paid them a lot of money to rebuild my motor. And I got something called a street port, which is essentially like boring out a regular internal combustion engine to give you more displacement. So that's what I did. And but that has nothing to do with the engine. The engine's fine. It's just anyway.
Yeah, understood.
Face getting red.
Yeah, no, we better leave it. Yeah, we better move on, Ron.
I miss it. I miss my car.
Yeah. We don't want to make you feel bad, but I keep talking about it. Yeah. Hopefully, what we always do this to show. Usually, we do it for somebody in poor health or somebody with a family member's ill. But let's send thoughts and prayers out for Ken's, Ken's rotary engine repair.
Thank you. First world problems, man.
Yeah, first world problems. Hey, real quick in the chat, Bob Casey's remind everybody that the Rhode Island Drone Meetup is this Saturday, and he also dropped the link for the Minefield Meetup in Tennessee in the chat. So thank you, Bob, for being Johnny on the spot tonight with all this information. And DVF1 in the chat, let me highlight it here. He says, Ken, do you plan any meetups in Pennsylvania?
I haven't yet. Now I go to Allentown, Pennsylvania to hang out with my mom on Christmas. If you want to meet me at my mom's house, you can open up gifts with me if you want. But the day after Christmas, I head to Ocean City, New Jersey, and most people from around the tri-state area can make it there if they really want to.
And believe me, the day after Christmas, you can make it there real easy.
Yeah.
Last year when we drove up to Atlantic City to fly the lighthouse in Atlantic City, I got home and told my wife, that's the easiest drive through Atlantic City I've ever done in my whole life. I mean, usually Atlantic City, it's like takes forever to get through. That day, it was like driving through Margate.
Well, it was like 11 degrees out too, so
yeah. But we had a lot of sun though. It was cold, yeah.
Yeah, but do you remember Lucy the elephant?
We went to Lucy the elephant, and you talk about climbing things. You climbed to the top of Lucy the elephant, and you flew the DJI Mini 2 around. You orbited a couple times.
I did, but I think it was either yesterday or the day before, but it was Lucy's birthday, and they celebrated.
I think it was the past weekend. Yep.
Yep, and they celebrated in Margate as they do every year.
Yes. You should try to come sometime. They do it every year. Now, this year, it wasn't a big number, but the year before was really a big deal. It was like some round number, like it was 100 years or something like that. And they had a real big deal. This year, it was kind of more of a scaled down event. But still, there were a lot of people there and a lot of events and so on. So you have to come up some year for Lucy's birthday.
I will. I really need to make it up there when it's not winter.
And if you make it up for her birthday, I guarantee you, I'll reserve a booth at Preps and whatever. We can have a little, kind of meet up in Preps.
Yeah. By the way, just a quick aside. You guys watch zombie shows? You watch zombie shows?
Once in a while.
Stuff like that.
I don't really.
Like The Walking Dead. Why
I used to watch The Walking Dead, but I don't really anymore.
Here's why I mentioned it. A place like even Lucy the Elephant would be a great place to hide from zombies, right?
Hell yes.
You can't navigate up those twisty stairways, right? And
Yeah.
why are all these knuckleheads on The Walking Dead hanging out in the woods in Georgia? Why are they doing that? We could hijack an aircraft carrier, go anchor it 10 miles out, and eat all the food until it's done. Show's over. Run credits. Done. You're welcome.
Well, yeah, but you forget though. Even if you're isolated in an aircraft carrier, the minute somebody dies of anything, old age, COVID, or whatever, they turn into a zombie, and then they'll affect the whole ship.
We can handle that. Hey, Mike looks sick.
Details.
Hey, Larry, you look a little peaked. Yeah, hop off. That's it.
Or knife right through the brain. Yeah.
The one in the mall in where is it, Pittsburgh or
in the Pittsburgh area where our friend Brian Singleton lives, where they filmed the Night of the Walking Dead 2 movie. Did you see that one, Ken? The one where they're in a mall. It's a classic from about 1980.
If you do a search for Ken Herron, there's a Ken Herron actor that always comes up. Not that I'm
really?
Myself or something. Yeah, but he was in like Dawn of the Living Dead or something.
Dawn of the Living. That's the one. That's it. That was the really good one. Dawn of the Living Dead.
Yeah. So if you Google, it's like that dude and me. I'm sure that dude's like, who's this YouTuber? It's Ken Herron.
If that dude's still even alive, that's an old movie.
He doesn't know who the real celebrity is, does he?
Go.
I bet you he doesn't have as many subscribers as you do.
Well, he has an IMDb page and I don't.
Yeah.
Well, he just happened to be in a classic movie everybody saw as a kid.
Right. Yeah. He's got a SAG card that I want so desperately.
Hey, I see Sean Oz is in the chat, and he's wanting everybody to come to Colorado for a meetup. Sounds good, Sean.
Hey,
That's way closer.
I want to come get one of those invisible ink tattoos. Now, this is a literary reference, but do you know what I'm talking about when I say the Emperor's New Clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ron does. All right. So that would be, that's what you can do, Sean. You can say, man, I got the best ink. It is the best ink. It's the finest ink. It's so fine you can't see it. And then just stab him for a little bit with just a needle and say, man, $300.
$300? Hell, $1,000.
Well, 1,000. Sure.
Yeah.
Do they still do glow in the dark? That would be cool.
Oh, Sean, yeah, he does. He said in the chat there, he says you got to have a black light though.
Black light. That's got to. Only people that would go to a club would get those.
Yeah.
Where's my? Here we go. I'm gonna have it. Here we. Oh, great tattoo, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You only see it when you're in the club.
Yeah. What do they call those parties? A rav, right? No,
a rave?
Rave.
Yeah, man. You put
That's
the
all
rig on.
Yeah,
you put a pacifier in your mouth. You drop a little acid. You show everybody your black light tattoo. You go home, back to your mom's basement, and say, "I'll look for a job tomorrow, mom."
And they're always sucking a lollipop.
And Sean just said they're great for strip clubs. There goes our monetization for the night.
Sean always goes there. He always goes there.
The strippers can get a black light arrow that points to the G strings and with a dollar sign.
With a dollar sign.
Put money here. Yeah. Make your parents proud.
That's exactly right.
I'm so glad I don't have any damn kids. My kids, I would have a stripper, a drug addict. I would dude in jail. That'd be my kids. You guys have any kids?
Wow, this is some shit. We got 3 people like 55 or over here, and none of us have children.
No kids.
Really?
No kids.
No kids?
No kids.
No kids?
No kids.
No kids.
Isn't it great having discretionary income?
Yeah. How the hell do you think I was able to afford a Corvette?
There you go. There you go. Now, if there's any young people watching, I actually said this. Being on radio shows a lot, we get invited to high schools, to speak. And one time, we never got invited back after this. One time, I got invited to a high school, and on the intercom, I said, "Thank you for having me out here. You probably want to know the secret to being rich. The secret to being rich is don't have any kids. You guys are expensive."
What kind of reaction did you get?
I got a little bit of laughter, and then I got glares by the staff.
Oh boy!
What are you doing? Well, it's true, right? I mean, right?
You're right. You're right, Ken.
Would you rather have your Corvette or a daughter in college?
Well, Ken, here's a man. Yes, we have a man on the show that actually has children.
Oh,
it's the great Sean Eyes joined us.
Just one.
Yeah, well, that's all it takes.
Yeah,
what's the name of your leech? I mean, your child.
Zane. Now that he is turning 24, we're actually going to Vegas. I'm bringing him to Vegas August 1st through 4th for his 24th birthday.
Teach him how to count cards. Way to go.
I was thinking of bringing him to the chicken house or whatever it's called.
Oh, dude.
Here you go, boy. Paid. Go in there and have some fun. Here's $500.
Wow.
Another way, you notice people who have a lot of money without kids are gay guys. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've heard of
And
that.
they don't have a girlfriend sucking all their money out of them.
That's true.
Wow. We come up with a lot of great thoughts tonight.
And I asked a trivia question in the chat. Ken brought up zombies, so I have to ask this one. Don't anyone here live. I think that if you know the answer, don't ruin it yet. Let's give a minute. We were talking zombies earlier. One, I mentioned if you go up into the mountains or somewhere cold, they all freeze, right? So it's over that way too. I never understood why they don't do that.
Well, I didn't know they froze. Okay, you
Oh
got
yeah,
me
well
there.
their blood's not flowing in their body anymore.
Yeah, they got no blood in them, Ron.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They would just freeze. But why do zombies eat brains?
I don't know.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's
why
a
do
legitimate
zombies eat
question.
brains?
Sounds like the beginning of a punchline.
So a zombie and a rabbi and a priest go into a bar. I don't know.
I'm waiting for an answer here.
I haven't been. I'm not well versed on the zombie physiology, but apparently they need them. They need the brains.
They do, and there's a reason for it.
Why?
Well, let's give them a second to anser. I'll tell
I'm
you.
watching the chat here.
Anybody? I have a hard time seeing the chat when I'm on my phone doing this.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet. They don't freeze in The Last of Us 2. That's Crypto Man.
All right, so when the spoof on the zombies, when the one made by Romero came out, the Return of the Living Dead,
Right.
that was the one that answered that question, and it really explained it in a great way. They capture this corpse that's like just basically from the waist up and super rotted, right? They pull her in, she rips apart, they put her down on the table, strap her down, and she's just eaten somebody's brains, and so she's like in this euphoric state. And they start questioning her because it can talk. In this particular movie, this one can talk a little bit. And the answer is because being dead hurts. And the reason it hurts is because when we die, we get rigor mortis because our blood stops flowing. But now they're moving, and like having rigor mortis and moving, it's almost like going to the gym a lot and being really sore, and then you got to move your arms. And so there's a chemical in our brain, I forget which one was in the movie, that when they eat it, it settles the rigor mortis and eases the pain.
Serotonin, maybe? And maybe that's why they're all going, because it hurts. That's their
It could be.
They're, brains, ouchie.
Right? But it is the best explanation I've ever heard in all zombie lore on why they eat brains.
All right.
That is definitely the fun fact of the night, Sean.
I have a question, 2 questions for Sean. Okay.
Number one.
Where is the weirdest place you've put a tattoo and what's the dumbest tattoo you've done lately? 2 questions.
Okay, I'm going to answer it with 3 answers.
Yeah.
So the weirdest place was on a tongue, and it was just an arrow, very simple, just an arrow pointing into the mouth on a girl. So like this way in, insert here kind of thing.
Okay.
That was weird.
For all the food that she's eating.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course.
It's like that South Park when they all start eating it through their butt instead of through their mouths.
Right.
She just wanted to remember not to do that.
Right.
Correct.
I was going to tell you one of the weirdest tattoos I've done, but it's not very PG. It's
Go on.
no, you don't want to hear it.
Not my stream. Go on.
Yeah.
All right. It was
It's up to you,
enormous-
Ron.
We'll use a PG term for it.
There
An
we go.
enormous penis, which is nothing. Penis ever sounds enormous, right? It never sounds enormous when you call it a penis.
Right.
But we'll call it a peen, right? So, guy got a peen on his leg that was in a spiral with
Right.
an explosion circling around it like a big water motion.
There you go.
Going around it.
Okay. Mental picture drawn.
It was actually really fun to tattoo, but
This is on a dude.
that was on a dude. Very interesting dude. I'll just say that. Nice guy. Very
Sean,
had some very strange stories.
Sean, did you have to shave him?
That dude was clean shaven before he even got there.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Oh yeah. And then the other question was one of the dumbest ones I've done lately. Oh man, so many to choose from. Because I live in a tourist town, so
The line
a
around
lot
the
of
arm.
tiny little. The things I hate doing when I'm not doing cooler art. I've done some really cool ones this week, actually. More cool ones than bad ones. But I hate doing like infinity signs and writing. I hate doing writing on people.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever done? Do you do portraits?
Oh, I've done some like sort of more comic book stylized portraits. I don't do the super photorealism ones.
Okay, because that is pressure, man. Because you could get done and think it's great, and then the person's like, "Nope, that's not my grandma."
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Like doing a portrait of a famous person is a lot easier than someone's family member because a famous person, if you get it close, people tend to go, "Oh, that's that person." And if you don't get it close on like somebody that's their family member, they notice it. Like if one eye is cocked up, millimeters, and it doesn't look like the right person anymore.
What time is sunset there where you are?
Oh, between 9 and 10.
Same here.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock here right now.
Where are you? You're in Idaho? It's the same thing? Holy hell, really?
We're both in mountain time. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been out west in summertime, Kenny. It's light until 10 o'clock out west in the summer.
Well, I found from being in Texas and then coming here, it's not so much what time zone it is, it's how much further north you start going.
Okay.
It's just like Alaska stays light for 6 months in the summer, right?
Right.
Huh. All right.
Makes sense.
Cool.
I'm still trying to get out to Minefield, Ken. I don't have anything secured yet. I'm trying.
That would be great.
I don't know what drone to bring because I don't have like a bunch of FPV drones that like would be like the one to bring.
Now you the DJI FPV drone, don't you, Sean?
Oh yeah, I've been flying that. I've been flying. I went with Kelly recently. You guys saw the videos of us shooting the FPV drone out of the sky with a gun.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw that one, Ken, but Kelly and I went out and we were shooting skeet, and then we put up his FPV drone and started flying it around and trying to shoot it out.
No, not the DJI FPV drone.
No,
this was a full build FPV drone.
But also what I noticed, Sean, is it was just in time for the Olympics.
Yeah.
What were
Did you guys qualify out there?
Yeah. YouTube actually suppressed the video, so it's like it's dead in the water. I don't know
really?
why.
Yeah,
wow.
They do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's done.
Yeah.
But what was I getting at?
Anything I've done with guns.
You were Ken wanted to know what drones you were going to bring on Minefield.
So Kelly had me fly his 6-cell and a 4-cell, straight all manual. I had no crutch to turn back or anything, and I killed it, Ken. I killed it. Like I'm flying this. The 4-cell smaller one was so much fun.
Well, no,
whatever that drone was, it was so much fun.
You killed it literally, or you killed it, man?
Nah, I killed it, man. Like I
Kill, a good
through
kill.
the trees, up and around and flips and coming back down.
I got
And
you.
with my DJI one, I never do that. Like I don't even try to fly it that way in manual.
Yeah, it's a different. If it's a different animal for sure. Oh,
Hey,
Nick,
can we jump to a question from the chat? Nick Snyder. This is for Ken. Does anyone know what time Minefield starts?
Anyone?
well, there's going to be people camping overnight, so I imagine it'll start as soon as the sun comes up. I'm going to get there around 7 a.m. or maybe even a little earlier, just to because hopefully it'll be cooler then. If it's going to be a hot day, no rain, but
No rain.
But I'll probably get there around 6 or 7 a.m.
Okay,
Ooh, that's
cool,
early.
cool. That's early. Hey, real quick, I want to get to this early, but I did not get to it.
The official time is
Ken on his.
sundown.
Go ahead.
Sun up to sundown.
Sun up to sundown. There you go. Best answer. I wanted to make mention that Ken posted on his Facebook channel today, a feed that you have gifts. You have gifts for the Minefield Drone Meetup. You want to go over the gifts you posted today on Facebook?
Yeah, we have stuff from all of our sponsors to give away. I posted just a few of them from Loom Cube and Freewell Gear and a couple others. Got some.
I saw a lot of Loom Cube stuff in the pictures.
Somebody get some static.
What's that?
Sean's hearing static.
Oh, static. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna have a raffle, and the only way you can get a raffle ticket is if you register. So make sure you register
Online.
so that I know. Yeah, it's free. Just at minefieldmeet.com so that I know how many people to expect. The mayor of the city hopefully will be coming out, and we're going to put some FPV goggles on him and fly him around. So should be fun day.
Cool.
Yep.
Sean has a questioning look on his face. Sean?
Hold on. All I can hear is static. I got to sign out and sign back in. I can't understand anybody.
I could see that look of mystery on his face.
I know. I thought he was going to ask Ken the greatest question of all time with that look, but it was just static.
Oh,
Either
and
that or he had gas.
there's been some questions. I'm the one with gas.
Okay.
There's been some questions about the T-shirt sizes. Now I have an interactive T-shirt with where is it? I have one over here. With the hello, my name is. You write your name on there, and then on the back, people sign like who you met. It's a interactive shirt.
Wow.
So, and you can. There's a link. Somebody maybe will put a link in there. But here I can.
Bob Casey, drop a link in there, brother. I
can do it. But on Teespring, 2X shirts aren't available for some reason. And that reason is, and I asked them, is because of COVID. Because their T-shirt supply was slowed down. But they say that they're going to have them. Yeah, I think we both put links in there.
Everything is backed up because of that, because of the COVID. I tried to buy shocks for my car. No shocks to be found anywhere.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. Everything is either it's because of COVID or they just everybody uses the COVID as an excuse nowadays. But you're right. Almost nothing you can is timely anymore. But
yeah, and remember how we would all get Amazon Prime stuff sent next day.
Yeah.
Remember that? I'm still paying for Prime, but I'm getting it like 3-5 days later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ordered this yesterday afternoon. It's a battery charger for GoPro. Yeah, I don't know. It was here today.
Marcus, did you say you were trying to ask me a question? I couldn't understand anybody for a second there. Everybody had this really bizarre static all of a sudden.
Hey, I got a question for you, Sean. Okay. Did you see I think Drone XL had an article in this, and I asked Sean because Sean's our camera guy here. Sean does amazing things with action camera and 360 cameras. That there's a rumor out there that I don't think they use Osmo anymore, but the DJI Action 2 will have up to 8K video at 60 frames per second.
It's funny you bring that up because I was just talking to Jonathan Buckhouse, another YouTuber today. We were out doing some mountain biking and he was making a video. And we were talking about the GoPro 10, and then I brought up that, and we mentioned the 8K thing, and we were both just like, why? Like, I'd much rather it have other features. Like, what is the point? More work, more time copying it from the SD file, slower editing, and what percentage is actually going to watch on an 8K TV whenever the majority of people already don't even watch on a 4K TV? So to me, it's overkill. I'd rather see higher frame rates. I'd rather see incredible stabilization. I'd rather see someone make a GoPro 10, like a GoPro 9 and an GoPro Max combined as one camera, so you can have 240 frames a second, and then go boop, and it turns into a 360 camera. But yet you can unscrew those bubbly 360 cover lenses because I scratch them all the time.
Yep, good point. And also, I've heard rumors that the Hero 10 will be delayed because of the COVID chip shortage. That they will not have enough chips to get that thing out in the end of September timeframe that we've become used to over the past couple of years.
It's usually like September, October. So
late September, early October. Hey, we're boring Ken. He doesn't like GoPros.
No, I was going to say I have some Hero Session 5s for sale.
I saw your video where you took the coat hanger and you were dragging that thing down, and it was great.
That was so much fun.
Get the battery.
I've got Ken Top, my good friend John Carroll, JC Flying. He sent me, this is the GoPro Hero Plus. It was a budget, GoPro that was made between the Hero 4 and 5 around the same time as the session cameras were. And this is the deluxe model. It even has this LCD screen in the back. They made it with a model without the LCD screen. It's like 1080p, 60 frames per second, top quality level. But I did a test on it. Still works great.
What you got? What do you want to say something?
I was going to tell you, Ken, you know what GoPro's messing up on? Oh, you're pointing up to Marcus. Was he waiting?
Marcus wanted to say something.
Well,
go ahead, Marcus.
Well, I got a question for both Sean and Ken. I've talked to Rod already, so I know what his answer is going to be. But we were talking about that, whatever Osmo Action 2 or whatever they call it. But there's always a feature that you're looking for that would just sell you on that camera instantly. And I know what it would be for me. Would it be for you two? Ken first.
Oh, stabilization all day long.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the higher frame rates and upper resolution, HDR stabilization.
Oh yeah, they haven't added HDR yet. That is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So here's my thoughts. The GoPro already has HDR on it. Whether you know it or not, it does.
It's called GoPro Color, right?
It's their color profile. It's the way that it captures clouds, and you can still see the detailing and stuff on a bright sunny day on clouds, yet your picture and your face doesn't get dark. That's HDR. Because with Insta360, you have to turn HDR on to get that same kind of look. Because I'm doing a comparison video right now on the X2 and the Max, and to get them to even get them similar, you have to have HDR on the X2.
You guys want to learn something?
Yeah,
we're all ears.
Well, you're going to learn something today. Maybe I might have told Sean this. I'm not sure, but if you're a YouTuber, you want to pay attention. How many people are watching right now? How many people are going to get this delicious information?
Only 41 at this point.
Yeah, we dropped off. We had 61, but we've been gone for a while.
Oh, that's fine. It dropped off when my face appeared. But I will share something with you, and as unbelievable as it sounds, if you're a YouTuber, you should never, ever, ever upload in 1080 ever again.
Really?
Ever. They're doing away with 720 on YouTube. Did you know that?
No.
They're phasing that out. They give preferential uploading to higher resolutions. And I did this as an experiment. I did the same video in 4K and in 1080. Upload them the same time. The 4K footage will get uploaded quicker.
Wow.
And if you right click on anybody's video and click on stats for nerds, you can see that most people are starting to use the VP09 or the H.265 codec. You shouldn't use the H.264 codec anymore. If you use H.265 codec and 4K, at least 2.7K, you'll get preferential treatment from the algorithm, because YouTube assumes that if you're doing 1080, you're not really serious about your channel.
So I've done a comparison since we talked that one time and you told me that, and my 1080 video got more views than the 4K version. So I don't know if that was just because of my subscriber base and what the amount of people I have, that I don't have enough to really get it out there to really test it. But I
guarantee you that YouTube is giving preferential treatment to higher resolutions.
Do you know, I just bought a 4K 65-inch TV, and I also have a 720 TV that's only 45 inches in the other room. Do you know what I watch TV on the most?
What?
The 721. If it's a show live action, because it looks better. Yeah. The 4K TV looks great for like nature, for video games, and for animated stuff. When I watch like a sitcom or any regular movie,
it's subjective. There's still people out there that still watch movies on DVD. What? I know it's 2021.
Don't forget a VHS.
Elbow deep in the Walmart bin and they think they're watching HD movies. DVDs are not HD.
They're 480.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Man, I got this. I got a wall of DVDs, of HD quality. Oh, maybe Blu-rays are.
Yeah.
But DVDs, nope.
Garbage.
No, but it's weird because I find myself like name any show that's on Netflix. We're watching something right now called Atypical, about an autistic kid. Great show if you haven't seen it, by the way. It's only 4 seasons long. And I find myself constantly stopping it if I started on the big TV, stopping it, going back in the other room, and watching it in the other TV, because I prefer them having softer edges on people.
Well, I mean, again, that's subjective. But a CryptoMan 5000 says, I have a massive DVD collection. A CryptoMan 5000, sell it now.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of trying to unload a Phantom 1 now. Right. Who's going to buy one of those? Nobody.
Right.
There's people that don't know any better, and I've run into this with clients. I've shot a thing of their beautiful home in glorious 4K, and they want, oh, can you put that on a DVD? No, I can't. You dumbass. I don't say that because I don't have an optical drive. I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah. Portable DVDs somewhere in a closet.
Yeah, and then do they want you to fax the bill over to them also?
Yeah, fax it over. Yeah.
Are you going to pay me in beaver pelts?
Hey, I want to ask Sean a quick question. Sean, back to your 720 versus 4K. What if you went in and to that new 65-inch 4K TV, and what if you changed the settings from 4K to 720? Would that replicate what you're getting in the older TV?
I actually prefer the look of 1080 for live action stuff. 720 is just what that TV is. So,
but could you replicate that same look just by turning the settings down on the big TV?
Because everything's so crisp, it almost reminds me when I watch regular TV shows.
Can I point out the irony? Can I point out the irony without being a dick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The only guy here in low res.
I'm on my phone.
Everybody else, the only guy in low res says low res looks better.
Typically, I have my stuff, but you guys sent me a link. I was on my phone doing yard work.
Hey Ken, that could be a new channel for him, Sean Low Res. I watch low res. I stream in low res. I'm a low res expert.
I'm telling you, these phones, they only do what they can do, right?
I know.
The Galaxy S10.
And I'm sure, Ron, you guys, you're over 50 guys, me too. You guys remember. You remember, I just happen to have one.
Don't tell me that VHS
You remember
tape.
these damn things, right?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, VHS camera.
Yeah, I only have.
Where's the tape?
Oh, it's got.
Hey,
It's got
Oh, look, you got the little Super 8 ones, like.
Super 8 ones, right? But
Well, it's funny you pull that up, Ken, because watching a TV show in 4K reminds me of old camcorders like that. There's something about it. It's not as sharp, obviously, but there's something about the way it moves. Maybe it's the refresh rate. I don't know. But something about it looks fake.
But the reason why I mentioned that and us over 50 guys is just for me anyway, it seems like as my face gets older and uglier, cameras are getting better.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like it used to be like a 50-year-old guy could hide behind a VHS. You know, oh, he's got gray hair, but you can't really see anything. But now,
you can't see the detail.
Yeah, every flaw, every damn pore.
Okay, serious question. So, and because this happens to me all the time. You're making a YouTube video, right? And you're doing a narration part where your face is in the camera. And, you know, you look in the mirror first to make sure there's no big boogers hanging out or anything like that. But once you get that thing done, there's always like a flap of skin or something that, because just what you said, Ken, that GoPro filming in 4K, it's just out there and you can't miss it. So it just ruins the whole work that you did all day.
Right. I remember I made a video once and like, you know, that nasty white stuff you get in the corner of your mouth sometimes? I was like, and I'm trying to edit around that and zooming in and cropping. I'm like, oh, damn it. Why don't anybody tell me? But, and then here's another thing. I'll just throw it out there because I don't care. But it seems like in the last 2 weeks, I've had this mole. I don't know if you noticed in videos, but I got this mole here. It pop up. It's like a little baby thumb that's like starting to form here. And I'm having that taken off at the end of the week. So you will never see it again. But
dermatologist, yeah.
Just what are you streaming in? 720?
Yeah, I think StreamYard is 720.
StreamYard 720.
So you can't really see. But in my videos, it's like, ooh, what's that on Ken's head?
Yeah, what's that?
I got one on my nose, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's really funny you bring that up, Marcus. I had a video where I'm reviewing the GoPro while I'm snowboarding, as I do. And I didn't know. I did the whole video, and I'm watching it back, and there's a damn flapper in my nose. A booger just through the whole video as I'm talking. So what I did, I was like, the video was great. I was like, no, I can't redo it. What do I do? So I made an arrow, point at it, and go, boy, look at that booger on my nose. So I pointed it out.
Use it to your advantage.
And made fun of myself through the whole video.
You either have to do that or save up some money to send it over to Industrial Light and Magic.
That thing
George
was
Lucas will get that
whistling.
fixed up for you.
Whistling as I was talking.
Yeah, Lucas will take that out.
Yeah, no problem. He'll 50 engineers on it. But hey, but Ken, thanks for doing that inside baseball on YouTube, because I always thought that when I uploaded a 1080p to YouTube, I thought I was doing them a favor. But now that little inside baseball talk, now I know don't bother doing them a favor. Just throw everything up in 4K.
Yeah, and I was told that by now this is gonna.
No, don't worry. Nobody's listening.
No, this isn't hubris, but you know, if you have over a certain number of subscribers, you have access to YouTube people.
Right.
Over 100,000.
You know people.
Right.
Well, I asked some of the people I had access to about it, and they did confirm it. So.
And you can actually still film in 1080, and then just open your file in 4K and do a 4K upscale. 4K.
Yeah.
But 720 is going away. I don't know the time frame on that, but it'll only be 1080, 2.7K, 4K, skip, 8K. They're not going to do 5 or 6K.
Really?
Yeah, and you can, and I've posted maybe 3 videos in 8K, which were actually 6K because I used the Autel EVO.
Right.
Up-resed it to 8K. Even that video was done really quickly. But
when you get your Osmo Action 2, you can post that full 8K video up there.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, Marcus, to answer your question that you asked earlier, you know what I'd like to see is when GoPro releases the 10, I'd like to see them release a session again. I think they're with FPV blowing up because of I mean, it is. It's huge.
It seems so obvious, doesn't it? That seems so obvious.
Yeah, and there's rumors every year that the session's coming back, but it never happens.
I've actually talked to my contact at Insta360 and showed them the session. They had no idea what it was. And I was like, if GoPro's not going to make it, you need to make it.
The session is good. However, I prefer the image stabilization on the 9.
Yeah, but imagine a session, Ken.
If
a session
the
with
session,
the 9.
Yeah, if the session had the stabilization of the 9, it'd be a no-brainer. It would sell out. But I like the 9 because I can take the image right off of the 9 without running it through what's that called? The Real Steady.
Yeah, well, any like stabilization, any in Final Cut or Adobe version.
What was that? Anyway, the feature for me that would be a big deal is, and Ken, you'll get this, is if they had that wireless mic attachment built into the camera.
Yeah, by the way, Ken, original Dobo's in the chat. Ron, make him a moderator, man.
Table hands required.
Ken's not a moderator? Oh, man.
Do you dare make Ken Dono a moderator? I dare you.
Well, let's see. How about double dare me?
I triple dog dare you.
He's a moderator if he makes another comment.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, I gotta switch cameras. My phone battery's dying. I'll be right back.
That explains a lot. Hey,
man,
Dobo.
I miss Mr. Low Res.
You're the low res king.
Hey, seriously, we got to congratulate Dobo. He's going to be a dad again. So we just had that conversation.
Oh, really?
We won't tell him about that. But yeah, did you see his video? He made a really cool video about it.
I know. I missed it. This today.
Oh, congratulations. By the way.
Yeah, congrats.
Ken, you know what's causing that, right? I mean, you and I could have a talk.
You clearly haven't seen his video because he graphically showed us how that works.
Oh, did he?
With drones.
Oh,
he relayed drones to it?
Yeah, I'm going to let you watch the video. That's all.
Okay, enough said. We'll check it out.
No, but Ken, I know you're big on good quality audio, right? So if that new Osmo Action had that wireless feature where I could just hook the wireless mic up and I knew that camera was recording the audio, quality audio, man, that would make
like the Pocket 2 has.
Right. You're saying no?
Ken, what's getting a bigger conversation? Ken, how do you get your almost all your videos have great audio? What's your secret? Can you reveal it to us?
I'll tell you the secret, and I'll use the echo for emphasis, okay? Never record audio directly to your camera. Ever. Okay. Always use a secondary recording device. Use a purpose-built recording device. Like this is the one I use. This is a Roland R7, I think. Anyway, this you can get these cheapy on Amazon. Not cheapy. It's over $100, but it's worth it. Takes an SD card. It's got input. You can monitor on headphones, and you can use this as the recorder for whatever wireless system you want to use, whether it's a Rode or Sennheiser or whatever. It takes a little bit of doing. People always dismiss audio in videos.
Hollyland.
There you go. People always dismiss audio and just want to do it the quickest and easiest way. But that's not. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. I even have, and you know what? I've never used this, but I have it. I'll show it to you because you've never seen the video. But I have it, and I don't have anybody to help me. Hold on a second. You got to see this.
As Ken goes away, Sean rejoins us from his lair with his perfect retro mic there.
Okay.
I should be higher quality now.
Oh, you're high res now, baby.
Oh, high res. Look at that. I wear a lapel mic because it's easier because I don't have a lot of people helping me make my videos. But if
this is an old band mic from the band days.
If I did have people helping me, I would use this. This is a Rode.
Now that's professional looking gear,
That
Ken.
is a shotgun mic if I ever saw one.
Yeah, and you know, if I had just like a sound person, I've got the thing that the vest that you wear with the recorder. I got all that, but I've never used it. But I would totally.
We got a new low res looking guy today.
No,
right?
he's gonna explain to us about.
I heard. Yeah, I hear. Ken, you got some news for us.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna have another kid, man.
Congratulations.
Matter of fact, I'm sitting in my old studio now. I'm redoing the walls. You forget how many holes you put in things, you know, as your, you know, time goes
Congrats, Ken. How many offspring do you have now?
3.
3.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Ken, did your daughter just get a driver's license?
She did. She just got her driver's license.
Wow.
So, starting all over again. Didn't think it through.
You're still a young man. You're in your prime.
You're young enough.
Exactly. Yeah. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the things Gina wanted. She wanted me to have another kid, but I'm not. I just turned 48. Can you imagine at 48?
I just can't imagine you with a kid at all. 48.
Yeah, that's
Well, imagine him and the kid in Las Vegas.
Well, the kid's
Kid in
turning
Las Vegas.
24. It's okay to bring them to a brothel when they're 24.
I don't know if mom would like that too much. Would she?
Mom's been out of the picture. She's a heroin addict. We haven't heard from her since he was 4.
Oh, well, then she'll like that.
Yeah.
TMI.
No, we're gonna hang
Yeah,
out at the
I was gonna
Mirage. We're gonna do the pool. He's not gonna go to that. We're gonna do the pool. Probably a couple magic shows, that kind of stuff. I don't even think he'll gamble. He's very straight laced.
You got to do the midget strippers though. If you go to Vegas, you got to do midget strippers. They're amazing. They're like,
Yeah.
You can't use that word anymore. You have to say dancers. You thought I was going to say something against midget, didn't you?
I did.
I miss saying midget, don't you?
yeah, small person.
Sorry, midget.
On walk on my back half naked once, like on their hands.
Oh,
But
I'm
that
the
makes
voice
it
of
normal
the
once they're on their hands, right?
I'm the official voice of the Micro Wrestling League. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they used to call it the Midget Wrestling League.
then
Right.
they had to change it.
They
Yeah.
call it micro now.
I could play a commercial. I did. It's hilarious.
Oh, please.
Go ahead.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I have children out there that are going to knock on the door one day. I'm convinced that
Bill's comment. Look at Bill's comment. That was
very,
great.
very generous with my DNA in the 80s.
Ron, you got to put Bill Rodane's comment up. Yeah. No. That further down.
I'll follow down another one.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Am I screen sharing or something here?
Get ready
Okay,
for
sorry.
the greatest little show on earth. The Micro Wrestling Federation is coming to town. Live and direct from the Jerry Springer Show, Maury Povich, Country Music Television, and the WWE. You have never seen a midget wrestling show like this before.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, it goes on.
Now it's an ad.
Yeah, I've actually filmed one of their performances. They set up it doesn't matter the size bar. They set up in a bar. It's like this little ring, and then they have like the little person, girl with the numbers and the
With
whole
that
thing.
guy in the
They're jumping off the
brown one.
ropes. It's
Ken,
hilarious.
you got
And they don't
more
mind.
incredible
They're like,
stories
yeah,
than any
we're
other
gonna
one
do it.
person.
Anyway,
Hey, we got Ken on. Let's ask him. Ken, are you going to Minefield in August?
Yeah, matter of fact, I texted Ken earlier today. I asked him if we were going to be able to, we're camping in the cemetery or not.
The cemetery.
Oh yeah.
no, you can't go in the cemetery. But there's a
Oh,
plot.
we're back to the Walking Dead conversation again now.
Yeah,
The zombies.
a big, huge field behind the grocery store and across from the car wash.
You have an RV, Ken, or are you going to be in a tent?
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do like an overland deal.
He's
With
got
the-
3 kids. He doesn't have an RV.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I right, buddy? Am I right?
No, they're definitely not going.
You're not
It's okay. Your thing was for Jerry Springer, right?
Yeah. No,
Watch
it's
this.
for the radio. What do you got?
This is going to be Sean. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
I can only let a second play.
The guy in the middle of all of this here is Sean.
Oh,
wow.
Well, I don't want to play too much because there's
Okay.
boobs and stuff.
so did you turn out to be the baby daddy?
It's the maid. So I'm sure everybody knows that it's all make believe, but the make believe story we had was. Did I just ruin it for you, Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 90% of them are make believe. There's actually a few real ones that go through, but they don't tell jury which one's real and which one's not. And I plan to make a video all about this, and I'll show a lot more on my channel because I'll black out some of the boobs and stuff. But maybe I'll just leave them. I think you can have boobs on YouTube, can't you?
Well,
If you're a doctor showing how to do a breast exam, yes.
That I am not.
Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz.
Yeah,
Could
there
be
you go.
Dr. Oz.
Right.
So the story was girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, had kid, bailed, left me with the kid. I'm single dad. New girlfriend. We started a new family. Old girlfriend wants me back. So she brings us Jerry Springer to confront us and try to steal me back. And they get in a fight, rip off their clothes, boobies everywhere. I come out. I'm the bad guy, even though I didn't do anything.
I had some more audio from that very show.
You are not the father.
I'm so sorry.
But somewhere in there, I don't want to show it on your channel because I don't want to get you. Well, these live streams really don't get you that much monetization anyway. So if you really want, I'll pull
You
it
have
back
to have
open.
monetization to not.
yeah,
have
we
monetization.
just joke. We're not monetized.
Oh, you want to see more of it? I'll open it back up.
Let's show them titties.
Let me find where we were at.
This is why Ken doesn't use StreamYards, so he can have full control of what his guests can and can't do.
Oh my gosh.
This is
We're
why.
after 10:30 East Coast, so we're considered we're late night television at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Harvey. That's a brother.
All right. Let me share it with you.
So Ken, who's going to be out there at Minefield? Who's committed to going out?
You mean like
Yeah,
celebrities?
like celebrities.
I don't know. You? And,
Hey, you're it, Ken.
Are you going, Ken? I thought you said you couldn't go.
No, I'm going to go.
I think Drew Ladrib said that he might be able to make it.
Okay, cool.
And there's going to be a lot of racing drone people there.
That'd be fun.
And, just the usual assortment of characters and people. It's going to be fun, I think. It's going to be wacky fun. Now, I will tell you that. Are we about to see boobies?
Yeah.
We are seeing boobies. And go.
Damn it, Sean. Hit play.
Just knocked me on my fat ass.
Oh,
All right,
Jesus
now
Christ.
let's bring out the guy in the middle of all of this. Here is Sean.
Was this on broadcast TV?
This was too hot for TV.
Is that even no?
Not fuck
No,
that shit.
God,
Not fucking
no.
Vicky Gary shit.
Is that your ex?
She is.
No, that was just a friend of mine.
Took off. You left.
You can't do this.
Totally alone. Totally fucking alone. A year and a half.
This is like shit you would do on my
leave
channel.
everything and
What
just-
is
I can't believe Ron's letting this play. Oh, see the little person? That's the one that walked on her hands on my back.
Is that like you always do?
Can't believe
I
it.
want to see this shit. I go to Brooksville. Come on now.
Okay, that's enough.
Well, this is all like newsworthy because Sean was there. This is kind of like this is like a hard news story.
Yeah, I've been hired to be on a few shows.
Yeah. So this is what they call a news story. Like what was documentary style TV.
Well, hey, has
Oh.
anybody ever seen nakednews.com? Good time.
Well, no more links, Ken. We're done. We're done for the night.
Oh, that's great.
You must have seen your analytics. You know there's no
Look at what Big Water UAV said.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn drone show ever.
Oh, dude, Ken, what are you doing wearing an X Dynamics?
I just was going to ask that same question.
I'm sorry. What are you doing, Ken? You're killing me with your X Dynamics hat.
Yeah, you like that? I just want to remember.
They make great hats. The hat hasn't fallen apart or popped a prop off, has it?
No. This one's pretty fresh.
Okay.
Stevie Bromps just said we took a hard left.
Do they have a new drone that I don't know about?
You know, I don't know if we'll ever see the drone that we all know about.
Okay. All right.
I don't think we'll ever see it again.
It was pretty.
It was pretty.
You know what's funny is they've been teasing the version 2 for now since CES 2020.
CES 2020 is what I saw. Yeah.
So
well, I mean, production on everything is slowed down because of
it's true, but it's like, you know, I would say don't tease it until you're ready to release it, because you're just going to put people into a tizzy because it's not ready and you're not answering questions. They just keep making the same mistakes.
Right. It's like crying wolf, but at least you have the hat.
Now, you know what? When it does come out, and if it comes out in January, they've now had 2 years to make a shittier version of what they did the first go around. So
I will never have one of those again. They will never.
No, you never would. Yeah, that ship sailed 6 ways from Sunday, man.
That was so damn funny. I thought I was gonna lose it when that prop went flying. That was hilarious.
You know, that was what, 2019?
Yeah.
Dude, he sunk 2 ships in 2019. He sunk freaking X Dynamics, and he was firing torpedoes. Yeah, there it is. You were firing torpedoes. You were on fire in 2019.
Well, look, I can only convey my personal experience in these things, and I'm not going to lie about it. If a prop flies off a drone and I get it on film, I'm not going to edit around it. I'm not going to not post it.
Yeah, I think for a brief moment I changed you on my phone from Ken Heron to Ken Hurricane.
I have an obligation to the audience and not.
Yeah,
you do.
I agree.
Hey, speaking of new drones coming out, the Sammy Burns is pointing out in the chat, the V-Copter is now finally coming out from what was the name of that company, Marcus?
Zero. Yeah, 00.
V-Copter is finally arriving.
Yeah,
I'm just laughing, dude, at the chat because they're still hung up on all the boobs.
You better get that rolling again, Sean.
Ron's like, ask me to play it some more.
No. Let's face it, these drone shows are a sausage fest. I mean, they are.
Yeah, they really are.
What do you expect?
We did have 2 women in here earlier. We had Sammy Burns' wife and Dee Dee were in here, but I don't see him now.
That don't count.
We were okay.
We're not hurting the sensibilities of any female viewers.
No.
Not even close.
No. Yeah.
But Sean, where do you get that Too Hot for TV edition of it?
I had to look for it for years to find a copy. They were supposed to send me a copy. The thing, they edited a big chunk out of it because the girls start laughing because they're like best friends. And so they're laughing as they're trying to fake fight. And all that stuff that happened in between that, they didn't put into the video, obviously, because it was obvious that it was faked. And the guy comes up and whispers in my ear. He's like, "Go start a fight with someone in the audience. Go start a fight with someone in the audience." And I'm like, "What? If I start a fight with someone, I don't go talk shit. I'm gonna fight you. We don't talk shit first, right?" And that's what they want me to do. Is they want me to go and say a bunch of stuff to somebody in the audience, but then they tell you, "But if you get in a real fight, we won't get you out of jail."
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well then if I'm talking crap, that guy in the audience doesn't know it's fake. And it gets escalated, I'm in a real fight. Then what? Right?
Right.
No. So that part didn't get put on the thing either.
By the way, speaking of fighting, does anybody remember bum fights?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that was the best.
Wasn't it the greatest?
It's
so politically wrong now, you know.
Yeah.
But holy hell, what a great idea. Wasn't that before YouTube even?
Oh yeah, they used to have their own website.
Well, I must have missed that. Dobo, Ken, I would argue that your last video was way more graphic than that video that Sean just showed.
Which Ken?
Maybe.
Dobo.
What was your last video? The drones getting it on?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, I'd forgotten that you had told me months ago you were having a baby. And I'm watching that. I'm like, why in the hell is he making drones have sex? And then I remembered at the end there. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. He's having another baby.
No, that was great, Ken. That was so creative. That was just awesome.
Well, you just stack them on top and then they hump each other, Marcus. It's
only
natural.
No, but the idea, the way you put all that together, it was good.
So it goes under the category of educational video then.
I haven't seen it, but it sounds like somebody copied my thumbnail.
I also watch a lot of Pornhub, so I mean there's that.
Yeah. No,
Dude, you know LubeTube is no longer a thing?
What?
They got rid of LubeTube.
what's LubeTube? Was
I
that?
never even knew it was.
I'm not sure I want to know.
It was the same as Pornhub. It was exactly the same thing.
Well,
Okay.
Just free porn.
analytics on this fucking stream just went to the gutter.
You know, guys, I was supposed to be outside mowing my damn lawn, and here I am showing.
YouTube's gonna bury this stream in the butthole of the analytics. I'm telling you.
When did your baby due?
Huh?
When did you getting the baby, Ken?
22nd of January.
Okay.
So
Excellent. So do you know if it's a boy or girl yet?
you know, we don't know yet. We're sort of like, you know, maybe we just don't know. We're not gonna find out. It's the last one, so we're like, you know, maybe we just don't find out.
Last one, you sure?
Yeah.
You
Maybe.
sure?
I don't know. I'm gonna hopefully. Yeah, there's no more after this.
Are you sure?
Gets pretty expensive after 3, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
it does.
Expensive after 2, but
3 sets of braces, 3 cars, 3 college experiences.
yeah,
3 weddings if it's another girl.
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
And then there's the grandchildren. Ah,
You guys, Ken, you guys next like 30, 40 years planned out.
He just did in a blink of my
Yeah,
eye.
you
Well,
just planned your next 30, 40 years out on you.
whatever you do.
you know, I'm
You
on
send
the
him to trade
optional plan
school.
of you don't have to get married, you don't have to drive. There's Uber, so we're, you know, now it's a wonderful time to have a child.
Yeah.
Ken, do the Truman Show with your new baby, and then the start their own YouTube channel, so that by the time with their name, by the time that they're 18, they're going to be rich.
Exploited since birth. There you go.
Exactly, just like Truman.
That's the way to do it.
And Bear, yeah, I did just assume everybody knew what LubeTube was.
And don't worry about the money, Ken. Whatever you do, when you're sitting there and they're all out of the house and you got empty nest syndrome, whatever you do, don't add up all the money that you could have had you not had any children.
I'm
Don't
doing
do
that now because I'm empty nest now, you know, because my son's gone, my girlfriend's gone, her kid's gone. It's just me in the house. And holy crap, I'm making so much more money all of a sudden. Like I'm about to buy a new Jeep, Ken. I'm gonna go out and buy a Jeep Gladiator, I think. Get rid of the FJ, brand new.
You got to do it, dude. You should.
And instead of going with the Sport or the Willys, I'm just gonna go straight up with the Rubicon. Figured out how I can make the money. I can work 1 extra day a month.
There you go.
There you go.
I don't have someone to have to be home on a day off. So like 1 extra
Nobody
day a
asked me
month. Boom,
before
pays
that
for it.
cold winter's night when the cable is out. Nobody asked me before then. Nothing else to do. Cable's out. What do you want to do? I don't know. You want to knock it out? Knock it out real quick? All right, knock it out.
All right. Well, I'm going to take off, guys. I'll see you later.
Hey, thanks for dropping in. And we said, you know, love the good news. And, you know.
Yeah, congrats again,
I
Ken.
have a song to play you out.
All right.
There you go. Good outro.
I'll see you guys.
Perfect. Good night.
With that, I'm going to let Ken back to take the show with you guys. I need to actually go finish mowing the lawn and get to the grocery store. So I appreciate
We're going to
you
wrap
having
up
me on.
anyway. So thanks for popping in, Sean. And
For sure. Ken, always good to talk to you.
And don't forget, folks. Sean you'll be live next week on your own show at
Yeah,
8
hopefully.
Mountain Time.
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully, because I'm going to be in Vegas with my son. So,
You go do live on location in Vegas?
I think I am.
Wow.
It'll be on a phone, but you know, so it won't be high res. It'll be low res.
Right. It might be low res again, but
yeah. But
all
I'll
right.
try.
Thanks. Have a good
I'm
time.
going to tell you guys, I Ken calls me occasionally, and he'll call me and be like, "Hey, what about this 360 camera?" He talks to me about 360 stuff. I love it. I love that somehow. You. I love it when you give me calls about 360 cameras.
Yeah, you're the expert. I mean, I every time you do anything on 360 action cameras, I'm watching it.
I really need to sit down and like make some like really videos helping people with them more instead of just reviews.
You're a lot of help. I appreciate that.
Hey, Sean, I
do always. I love helping
not
people.
on a weekly thing or anything, but what do you think about once a while? Like maybe we stream once a month, once a quarter, and do a show focused just on action cameras and 360 cameras, as some kind of a live show or whatever. Just think about something like that.
Yeah, I've also thought about doing the live stream where I'm editing a video and sort of like a short video and showing how I do it.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
So, but you know, I like helping. And Lon, I'm not good enough for you to stay and watch, but I'm leaving. But you guys have a good night, everyone. Ken,
Good
always
night.
a pleasure. I will crunch some numbers and see if I can make it up there.
Awesome.
All right, sounds good.
Are you guys going to?
I maybe if I could pull something in my hat, I'd love to sneak in there.
Ron's gonna be there.
Rod will be there.
Be there, Ron.
Marcus?
2,000 miles for me, Sean. 2,000
Why?
miles.
I'm not driving.
Oh,
Well, unless
yeah.
I get a new Jeep, but then I might.
Unless you get that Rubicon.
Oh, dude, then I would drive. I'd throw in every drone I have in the back and just go.
You know somebody with
There you
a
go.
private plane? Come on.
Yeah, you guys know me. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks,
Night.
everyone.
Good night, Sean.
And Ken, we want to thank you so much for coming to the show tonight. It's been almost like a party here. We had all these surprise guests coming in, and I hope we got a lot of good information out there about Minefield, because I want to see all these drone meetups be successful, and in the Rhode Island one coming through the weekend. I think it's a great thing for everybody in the community to get together, especially whether it's FPV pilots or camera drone guys, whatever. I mean, we should all just be one big community and kind of support each other.
This is the best community online. It really is. I feel a lot of you I've never met, but I feel like I'm actual real friend, IRL friends instead of just virtual friends.
And that even goes worldwide. I do a European drone show every weekend, and I have friends in Europe that I've never met, but just like you described, I feel like they're my neighbor.
It's a great thing. One of the things that I love about doing YouTube is, of course, the live streaming and the way the world shrinks. When you talk to people in Russia and Germany and even Iran, and you have people that have this one thing in common, among other things, then you find out what else you have in common. Maybe our governments hate each other, or they're blasting each other, whatever the hell they're doing each other. But the people of these nations, we're all just regular people getting along. And this YouTube universe and community within the drones, it really shrinks it down. It makes it
ties us all together.
Manageable little cohesive unit. And I love it.
Well
Flying
said.
drones, having fun.
Hey, Ken, before you go, who do you got in the show on Thursday night?
That's a good question. His name is...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you in the spot.
No, Steven Sutton.
Oh, Steven
he's
Sutton.
a great guy.
He's going to be a great guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah, he's from Finland. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the European Drone Show. I know him quite well.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I look forward to talking with him.
He's got some amazing experiences with those. He puts on those big, as you know, those big drone shows.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions for him about the cluster drone shows.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
All right, Ken. Well, good night, and thank you so much for coming on.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Bye.
See you, Ken.
Okay, folks. Thanks for joining us today. I'm sorry I didn't expect Ken to be here the whole time. I didn't get to our stories tonight, but any of the good stories, maybe we can cover them next week. How about Marcus? Just real quick, just a minute. We did want to mention the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro. It has been approved by the FCC now in their database. You can go and check it just by going to the website. And rumored shipping now is July 30th. Now the shipping part is just rumor, but it has been in the FCC database. And this is another fact. The X Hubsan 2 app was updated to version 1.4.2 over the weekend. And one of the notes said that it optimizes the app for the Mini Pro. So hopefully, maybe even by next Monday's show, Marcus, we have a little bit of good news.
Well, funny you bring that up, Ron, because I sent an email to our friends at Hubsan yesterday. And in fact, I see Ross, Australia Panoramas is in the chat. And we talked about
morning for him now. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about the Zino on the Drone Seeker show, but that prompted me to send an email to Hubsan, and they answered me immediately, and they said, "Yeah, thanks for being patient, and we'll send it out soon." So, whatever that means.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least they didn't say, "Hey, wait another month."
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. A special thanks to Ken Heron for being on the whole show with this thing. It's almost like his show, like 2 hours. And thanks for Sean Oz for dropping in, and even original Dobo Ken Dobo. It was like a party tonight, Marcus. And sorry, maybe we got a little off the rails there with the with the video for a few minutes, but it
was funny.
Yeah, you could just like hold a card in front of your screen if you want to see that part on the replay.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
Marcus, any thoughts on the way out the door here?
You know what? We've been on a long time, so I want to let everybody go. Just go out, fly your drone, and have fun. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll be back next Monday.
Bye.
Good night.